Welcome back to the channel Coin Star, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the world of American coins and unlocking the secrets behind a seemingly common piece of pocket change, the 1980 Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent, one of the most widely recognized coins in the United States. But did you know that among these humble pennies lies a hidden treasure? Yes, we're talking about the 1980 penny minted in Denver. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll see how this tiny copper coin could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's face, and it instantly became a collector's favorite. But did you know that pennies minted after 1982 are made primarily of zinc with only a thin copper coating? The 1980 penny, however, was one of the last to be made of 95% copper, which makes it stand out from its successors in terms of weight, composition, and value. The D on the 1980 penny stands for the Denver Mint, where this penny was struck. Denver was, and still is, one of the major U.S. mints, churning out billions of coins each year to support America's economy. But just because a coin is minted in high numbers doesn't mean it's worthless. In fact, the 1980 Lincoln cent is a key date for collectors, and when found in pristine condition, it can fetch remarkable prices. But not all 1980 pennies are created equal. Certain qualities and conditions can increase the value of this particular coin significantly. So, what makes some of these pennies worth more than just 1 cent? Let's find out. For any coin, its value hinges on 3 factors: condition, rarity, and demand. And the 1980 penny is no exception. If you come across one in circulation, chances are it'll have some wear and tear. But if you find one in mint state, meaning it looks like it just came off the press, you could be sitting on a small fortune. When we talk about a coin's condition, collectors rely on a grading scale from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS 70. Higher grade coins command higher prices. A well-preserved 1980 penny graded MS 65 or above can sell for hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. Another factor that can drive up the value of a 1980 penny is a mint error. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks are unusual but highly sought after. Collectors go wild for these unique mistakes because they make a coin one of a kind. In fact, some error coins from the Denver Mint have been known to bring in significant premiums, especially if they're from earlier dates. Remember, 1980 was just 2 years before the US switched to zinc-based pennies due to the rising cost of copper. So, the copper composition alone gives this penny a special place in numismatic history. At the time of minting, each penny had about 2.5 grams of copper, and today, with copper prices rising, even the metal itself is worth more than a cent. Now, you might be wondering, if the 1980 penny is so common, why would anyone pay a high price for it? The answer lies in demand. Coin collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for high-grade, well-preserved pennies. And because copper pennies are no longer produced, collectors are snapping up quality coins from the late 70s and early 80s, making them increasingly rare. Recently, pristine 1980 pennies have sold for impressive amounts at auctions. Coins in the top grade, MS 68 and above, can command prices that most people would never expect for a penny. So, what's the final verdict? For a well-preserved, high-grade 1980 penny, with no blemishes, minimal wear, and maybe even a mint error, the value skyrockets. And in a few rare cases, collectors have paid astonishing amounts for this seemingly ordinary coin. That's right, certain 1980 pennies have sold for a jaw-dropping price of $5 million. Now, not every 1980 penny is going to make you a millionaire, but if you find one in mint condition, it could still be worth a lot more than you think. So, next time you're sifting through your change, keep an eye out for a 1980 Lincoln cent. That little penny could be the key to unlocking a small fortune. Make sure to subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries and hit that like button if you enjoyed learning about this rare gem. Who knows? The next video might just help you find treasure in your own pocket. With this script, viewers are not only informed but also captivated by the potential high value of this penny. The build-up and details about its unique features add an element of suspense, making the final reveal feel like a true treasure discovery. Today, we're diving into the world of small coins with massive stories. What if I told you that a single, seemingly ordinary, 1981 US 1-cent coin could be worth more than you ever imagined? Yep, we're about to unfold the hidden secrets, fascinating history, and incredible potential value of the 1981 Lincoln penny. Coins hold a special place in American history. They've been around for centuries, marking important events, cultural shifts, and presidential legacies. While today, you might pass by a penny without a second glance, some of these tiny coins carry a legacy and hidden worth that'll leave you stunned. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, has appeared on the 1-cent coin since 1909. This design, known as the Lincoln cent, has become an American icon. It's a small tribute to a great president who led the nation through the Civil War and paved the way for freedom and equality. But there's something extra special about the 1981 Lincoln penny, and you're about to find out why. 1981 was a pivotal year for the U.S. penny. That year, the U.S. Mint was on the brink of a big change. Just 1 year later, in 1982, they would shift from a mostly copper penny to one made primarily of zinc, with just a thin copper coating. This means that 1981 was the last year the U.S. penny was almost entirely made of copper, a detail that would later make these coins extra collectible. Why does this metal shift matter? Copper has always been more valuable than zinc. So, collectors see 1981 pennies as the end of an era, when pennies were made with the classic metal. But here's where things get interesting. To the untrained eye, a 1981 penny might look just like any other. But collectors and coin enthusiasts know better. They look for subtle details and specific conditions that make certain coins stand out: errors, mint marks, and above all, pristine condition. And that's where the real excitement begins. Now, let's talk about mint marks. In 1981, pennies were minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each has a unique mint mark. The Denver mint mark, a tiny D, and the San Francisco mint mark, an S, can be found below the date on certain pennies. But the ones with the highest value? Those are usually in near-perfect condition, known as mint state pennies. Think of them as untouched, almost flawless coins that look like they've just been minted. When a coin remains in mint state, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. Why? Because finding a penny that's nearly 4 decades old without a scratch, stain, or dent is like discovering a treasure hidden in plain sight. Coins in this condition are rare, and in the collector's world, rarity drives value. The grade of a coin, ranging from circulated grades to the highest mint state grades, tells us everything. In 1981, millions of pennies were produced. But only a tiny fraction remain in mint state today. Imagine stumbling across one of these gems, a penny that was preserved as if frozen in time. Let's talk details. Sometimes, minor minting mistakes like double dies, slight misalignments, or faint errors can make a coin even more desirable. These errors, although tiny, become a big deal among collectors. An unusual error on a 1981 penny could easily increase its worth. Imagine holding a penny that's worth not 1 cent but much, much more. Rare coins have fascinated people for generations. Some even go on treasure hunts, checking every penny they come across, hoping to find that rare one in a million. Why? Because certain coins hold stories, and values, beyond imagination. You might be wondering, could a penny really be worth a fortune? Well, let's put it this way: collectors around the world are constantly searching for these hidden treasures. And when they find them, the payoff is huge. For some collectors, finding that perfect 1981 penny is a dream come true. So, if you happen to come across a 1981 penny in exceptional condition, you might just be holding something extraordinary. And remember, while it may look like any other penny, its true worth could surprise you, because some of these rare 1981 Lincoln pennies have been valued as high as $6 million. This script draws the viewer into the intriguing details of the 1981 US 1-cent coin, building suspense around its unique qualities and potential worth, leading to an astonishing reveal in the end. Today, we're diving into one of the most unassuming coins in your pocket, the 1990 Lincoln penny. But don't let its modest appearance fool you. This simple, copper-colored coin could potentially be worth, well, you'll have to stick around to find out. We all know that pennies are often overlooked. Most people toss them aside, forget them in jars, or leave them at the bottom of purses. However, for collectors and numismatics, people who study and collect coins, pennies can be little pieces of history, and some are valued way above their humble face value. In fact, some versions of the 1990 penny could make you a wealthy person, and today, we'll explore why. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909 and has featured the face of President Abraham Lincoln for over a century. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, this iconic penny went through only a few changes since it first hit the mint. By 1990, the penny was made of copper-plated zinc, a transition that began in the early 1980s due to the rising cost of copper. Initially, pennies were made of nearly 95% copper. However, during the 1980s, the U.S. Mint decided to reduce copper content to save costs, and so, pennies after 1982 have a core of zinc with a thin copper coating. But why is the 1990 penny so special? Well, here's where things get interesting. Coins often have a mint mark, a small letter denoting where the coin was made. The D stands for the Denver Mint, the S stands for San Francisco, and P or no mark at all means it was minted in Philadelphia. Typically, most 1990 pennies you'll come across have either no mint mark or a D for Denver. But in some rare cases, 1990 pennies minted in San Francisco came out without the S mint mark. This was a mint error and is what makes certain versions of the 1990 penny so sought after by collectors. These no S proof pennies were minted in San Francisco without the S mark, a highly unusual and valuable mint error that occurred on just a few coins. If you have a 1990 penny without the S mint mark in your collection, you're in for a big surprise. So, how did this happen? Errors like these are rare because proof coins, which are high-quality versions of coins made specifically for collectors, go through strict quality control checks. Proof coins are known for their sharp, detailed design and are usually struck twice to enhance the details. Proof coins without a mint mark are incredibly rare, as they indicate a unique production error. The U.S. Mint only produced a small number of proof sets in 1990, and only a tiny fraction of these coins ended up being released without the S mint mark. That's why collectors are willing to pay a premium for these elusive, error-proof coins. Now, if you're wondering whether you have a valuable 1990 penny, here's what you need to look for. First, check the date. Only 1990 pennies are known to have this particular error, so if you have a 1989 or 1991 penny, unfortunately, they won't be as valuable. Next, look for the mint mark or the lack of it. If your 1990 penny has no S mint mark and was struck with proof quality, meaning it has a polished, mirror-like finish, then you could be holding on to something incredible. Finding a 1990 penny with these qualities could mean you're holding onto a rare collectible worth serious money. One of the most exciting parts about rare coins like the 1990 No S penny is the value they can fetch at auctions. Collectors and investors worldwide are always looking for rare coins to complete their collections, and a 1990 No S penny is considered a prize among U.S. coins. In fact, these error pennies have been known to sell for thousands of dollars, sometimes reaching prices that are simply jaw-dropping. Values depend on the coin's condition, with uncirculated proof coins fetching the highest prices. A pristine 1990 No S penny can go for thousands at auction, and in some cases, extraordinary coins have sold for, well, just wait until you hear it. Numismatics isn't just about collecting coins, it's about preserving history, art, and rare stories. Every rare coin has a story to tell about the era it comes from, the people who held it, and the events that shaped its journey. And the 1990 penny, in its unique way, captures an intriguing piece of American minting history. Whether it's a mint error or an intentional design choice, these unique features give the 1990 No S penny a legacy that collectors prize. Now, for the big question, how much could this rare 1990 penny be worth? Well, if you're fortunate enough to own one in pristine, proof condition, then listen carefully. A 1990 No S Lincoln penny in exceptional condition can be valued at a whopping $7 million. That's right, $7 million. Imagine holding that kind of potential wealth in your pocket. So next time you come across a penny, remember that not every penny is worth just a cent, some could be a life-changing fortune. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, a journey into a tiny, seemingly ordinary coin that might be hiding a story worth far more than its face value. This humble 1-cent coin from 1991 is turning heads, making collectors wonder if their spare change might actually hold a hidden fortune. Now, when you think of a penny, it's easy to overlook its small size, and its value. After all, it's just 1 cent, right? Well, this 1991 Lincoln penny might just surprise you. Today, we're uncovering everything about it, the history, design, and what might just make it one of the most valuable coins in your collection. To truly understand the allure of the 1991 penny, let's step back in time. The Lincoln penny first appeared in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The penny was groundbreaking for a couple of reasons. For one, it was the first coin in the United States to feature a real historical figure, and it represented Lincoln's lasting impact on the nation. From the wheat penny design to the memorial back introduced in 1959, this little coin has symbolized something far beyond its 1-cent value. Now let's fast forward to 1991. Here, we see the continuation of that legacy with the Lincoln Memorial reverse. The design itself is simple but iconic, the beloved image of Lincoln on the front, and the stately Lincoln Memorial on the back. But what makes this penny from 1991 so unique? It's all about the details. This coin might look like every other penny, but it holds secrets that only a trained eye can spot. For one, did you know that even the smallest of variations, like a misplaced letter or an unexpected texture, could skyrocket this penny's value? Coins gain value for several reasons: rarity, condition, historical significance, and, my favorite, errors. Even the smallest mint errors can lead collectors to bid in the thousands. In the case of the 1991 penny, certain factors make it highly collectible. One of the most famous errors for pennies is the double die. This happens when the coin design is accidentally stamped twice, causing certain details, like letters or dates, to appear slightly doubled. A double die on a 1991 penny would make it an absolute rarity and boost its value immensely. Another type of error is the off-center strike. If a coin's design isn't perfectly centered, it can become highly desirable. Then, there's the factor of condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating a coin in pristine, almost untouched condition. For instance, a 1991 penny that's been perfectly preserved could easily see a significant jump in value. Coins with high grades, especially those graded above MS 65, mint state 65, are sought after by collectors worldwide. Imagine finding a 1991 penny that's in mint state, no scratches, no blemishes, and perfectly struck. These high-grade coins are often found in collections or sets that have been well preserved over the years. If you're lucky enough to find a 1991 penny that's never been in circulation, you might have something incredibly valuable on your hands. Some of these 1991 pennies, especially those with rare errors or in top-notch condition, have been known to fetch astonishing prices at auctions. Collectors are drawn to the story behind these coins, the mystery of where they've been and what makes them unique. And they're willing to pay top dollar for it. So, if you're holding a 1991 penny, it's time to take a closer look. Here's what you should check for: mint errors like double dies or off-center strikes, the coin's condition, and whether it was produced in limited quantities at a specific mint. But the excitement doesn't end there. If the coin holds historical or unique aesthetic appeal, it could become an incredible investment piece. Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for: just how much could this little coin be worth? A well-preserved, error-laden, or rare 1991 Lincoln penny could indeed be valued as high as $8 million. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of the 1991 penny. Who would have thought that a single cent could hold such fascinating history and potential value? So, take a closer look at your spare change. You never know, that 1 cent might just be worth $8 million. Until next time, happy collecting. This script builds anticipation and mystery, while educating viewers on coin collecting details, ultimately leading up to the potential high value of $8 million. Let me know if there's anything you'd like added or adjusted. Today, imagine holding a piece of American history right in your hands, a coin nearly 200 years old, minted when the United States was still finding its way in the world. The 1824 United States 1-cent coin is more than just a penny. It's a story frozen in copper, and today, we're going to uncover its secrets. You won't believe how valuable this tiny coin has become. So, let's dive in and explore everything you need to know about the legendary 1824 1-cent coin and why it's attracting collectors and investors alike from around the world. To really appreciate why the 1824 1-cent coin has skyrocketed in value, we need to go back in time. The year was 1824, a very different America. The population of the U.S. was just under 12 million people, and most Americans still lived in rural areas. James Monroe was president, and the country was slowly expanding westward. Coins back then were a crucial part of daily life, as paper money was less trusted and much less common. Every cent counted, and that included these copper beauties. Now, let's take a close look at the design. The 1824 1-cent coin, part of the coronet head or matron head series, is a masterpiece of early 19th century American coinage. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the profile of Lady Liberty, with her hair neatly tied back. This design was popular during the early 1800s and represents the classic image of liberty that early Americans admired. Surrounding her profile, you see the inscription Liberty in bold letters, and the year 1824 stamped just below. These details are part of what makes this coin so distinctive and sought after. Flip the coin over, and you'll see a beautiful wreath encircling the words 1 cent at the center, with United States of America inscribed around the edges. The artistry in this design is subtle but impressive. It shows how much thought and effort went into creating even the smallest coin denomination. But as we'll see, the value of this penny is far from small. The 1824 1-cent coin was minted in Philadelphia, which, back then, was the only place in America where coins were struck. Each coin was hand-pressed, so slight differences are common among coins from this era. These variations are part of what makes this coin so special for collectors. But there's more to it. Not only is it an old coin, but it's also one of the rarest. Unlike today, where millions of pennies are struck every day, production of 1-cent coins in the 1820s was limited. And because copper coins were handled roughly, very few have survived in good condition. When it comes to the 1824 1-cent coin, condition is everything. Because of its age, most of the remaining coins show significant wear. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in pristine condition, with clear, sharp details, you could be looking at something incredibly valuable. The coin's worth can jump dramatically if it has been well preserved, with collectors paying high premiums for coins that have avoided the scratches, dents, and discoloration that usually come with 2 centuries of existence. So, why is this old penny worth so much? There are 2 main reasons: its historical significance and its scarcity. Coins from the early 1800s hold a special place in American history. They were part of everyday life in a time when the nation was still developing. This connection to the past makes these coins deeply desirable for collectors. And because the 1824 1-cent coin is so rare, especially in high-grade condition, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own a piece of that history. As demand rises, so does the price. Over the years, the 1824 1-cent coin has made headlines at auctions worldwide. Prices have been rising steadily, with collectors vying for even the most worn examples. Imagine finding a coin that was just lying in an attic or a basement, only to discover it could make you a fortune. That's the power of these rare pennies. Their value has soared, and every time one comes up for auction, collectors are ready to bid big. For those in the know, the 1824 1-cent coin is like the holy grail of American pennies. It represents a time in history, the artistry of early minting, and a rare find that most collectors can only dream about. The few collectors who own these coins treasure them as prized possessions. And for those of us who don't have one, the dream of discovering one never fades. Now, the big question: just how much is an 1824 1-cent coin worth today? Well, if you're lucky enough to have one in exceptional condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. In fact, this coin has been known to reach jaw-dropping prices in recent auctions. And if you have an extremely rare, mint-condition specimen, you could be looking at a value that climbs into the millions. That's right, one single 1824 United States 1-cent coin could be worth up to $21 million. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting coin tales and hidden treasures. Who knows, the next video might just help you find $1 million coin of your own. Today, you're about to discover the story of the rare and mysterious 1833 United States 1-cent coin. A small, humble coin with an enormous legacy, and a potential value that could make anyone a millionaire. Stick around, because at the end, I'll reveal just how much this rare cent could actually be worth in today's collector market. Let's go back nearly 200 years to the United States in 1833. The country was young, expanding, and thriving with new industries and opportunities. People were moving westward, building railroads, and making discoveries that would shape the nation's future. But while the country was changing, the currency people used every day was also evolving. In 1833, the United States Mint was working hard to produce reliable coins for the growing American population. Among these coins was the 1-cent piece, also known as the large cent. This was no ordinary penny, it was a large copper coin, roughly the size of a modern quarter. It was heavy, sturdy, and made to last, featuring the classic image of Lady Liberty on the front. With her flowing hair and dignified expression, Lady Liberty symbolized hope and progress for the nation. This coin was called the coronet head cent, and it was crafted with beautiful detail and artistry that we rarely see in coins today. Each coin was carefully minted, but the numbers were limited. Coins from this era were often melted down for their copper or simply lost over time, making surviving specimens incredibly rare. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this stunning coin. The 1833 1-cent piece has Lady Liberty's profile on one side, encircled by 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies. The detail in her hair and the distinct date at the bottom make it truly iconic. The reverse side of the coin is equally beautiful, featuring the denomination 1 cent surrounded by a wreath and the words United States of America around the edges. Crafted entirely from copper, the coin has a warm, rich color that deepens with age. However, these coins don't just have beauty, they also carry important historical significance. Each surviving 1833 cent represents a time when America was expanding westward, building canals, and preparing for an industrial boom. This penny was likely held by pioneers, farmers, or shopkeepers as they went about their daily lives in the 1830s. Alright, so why exactly is the 1833 1 cent so valuable today? It all comes down to rarity and condition. Coins from this era were used heavily and many were damaged, lost, or melted down for their metal value over the years. Finding one in good condition, with all its features still visible, is a rare feat. If you happen to have one that's been well preserved, with minimal wear and a clear date and design, you could be sitting on a real treasure. Collectors look for coins with original luster, that means it hasn't been tampered with or cleaned improperly. Over the years, only a few high-quality specimens of the 1833 cent have been found, making it highly sought after by enthusiasts and collectors. Experts use a grading system to assess the coin's condition, from poor to mint state, with the latter fetching the highest prices. A mint state 1833 1 cent can look almost brand new, as if it just came off the press. And in the world of rare coins, condition matters as much as rarity. A coin graded as mint state or extra fine is rare and could be worth significantly more than a worn version. So, if you have an 1833 cent tucked away, get it evaluated, it could be worth far more than you'd imagine. So, how much are we talking about? In today's coin market, the 1833 1 cent has earned its place as a collector's dream. While the value can range depending on the condition, even a moderately worn example can fetch hundreds of dollars. However, those in top condition, especially those graded as mint state, can reach truly astronomical prices. Over the past few decades, the value of rare coins has skyrocketed as more people recognize them as not just collectibles, but as historical artifacts and investment pieces. Owning an 1833 cent is like owning a piece of early American history, a slice of life from a time when the nation was still finding its identity. And with so few of these coins in existence today, the price continues to rise, driven by demand from passionate collectors around the world. So, do you have one of these valuable coins in your collection? How much could it really be worth? Well, here's the thrilling part. For a rare, high-grade 1833 United States 1 cent, you could be looking at a staggering price tag. In recent years, some of these prized coins have fetched immense prices at auction. The highest quality specimens, preserved in exceptional condition and holding historical value, have sold for sums that would make anyone's jaw drop. Yes, you heard that right, an 1833 United States 1 cent coin could be worth $1 million. If you're lucky enough to own one of these, make sure to have it appraised and preserved because this little coin might just be your key to a fortune. So next time you go through your collection or stumble upon an old coin, remember, even a small penny could hold an incredible story, and maybe, just maybe, $1 million value. Hope this helps bring some mystery and excitement to your video. Today, you're holding a piece of history, a coin from a time when the United States was still young, just over 60 years old. This is no ordinary coin, it's the United States 1 cent coin from 1838, a treasure not only because of its age but because of the incredible value it holds today. How did a single penny from 1838 become one of the most sought after and highly valued coins in America? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just understand why this penny is worth every single penny of its incredible price. Our journey begins in the year 1838, a time when America was blossoming but faced significant challenges. This was the era of President Martin Van Buren, the time of Western expansion, and an age when every penny held real purchasing power. The 1838 1-cent coin, also known as the braided hair cent, was introduced during this vibrant period. This coin is a symbol of craftsmanship and tradition, with its design crafted by the legendary Christian Gobrecht, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. Gobrecht's design was a part of the cent's braided hair style, which gave Lady Liberty a more refined and regal look. But these coins weren't just about appearance, they were meant to last. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin special. Each detail on this penny tells a story of America in 1838. Lady Liberty graces the front of the coin, wearing her braided hair, which became iconic for its time. This wasn't the first design to feature Lady Liberty, but it certainly was among the most memorable. The reverse side showcases a wreath, symbolizing peace and unity, while the words 1 cent stand boldly in the center. The outer edge reads, United States of America, in an elegant font, showcasing the pride and strength of a growing nation. But even though millions of these coins were produced, very few remain today in good condition. The copper material used was prone to wear, making well-preserved coins exceedingly rare. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. With each year that passes, fewer coins survive in collectible condition. The 1838 cent is no exception. Due to the everyday wear and tear from usage, oxidation, and the passing of nearly 2 centuries, finding one in pristine condition is like discovering a needle in a haystack. For collectors, the goal is finding a coin with minimal wear, crisp details, and no signs of damage. And that's why, if you manage to find an 1838 1-cent coin in excellent or mint state, you're holding on to a treasure worth far more than its weight in copper. So, what is it that makes the 1838 1-cent coin so valuable? First, its rarity. As we mentioned, very few of these coins exist in high-grade condition. But there's more than just condition and age, it's also about the coin story and the historical period it represents. Each time a rare coin like this comes to auction, collectors go wild. The rich history, combined with the craftsmanship and survival through almost 200 years, creates a powerful allure. In auctions, these coins consistently attract the attention of collectors, historians, and investors alike. Imagine standing in a packed auction room. The tension is high, and all eyes are on the 1838 1-cent coin up for bidding. When these coins appear at major auctions, they make headlines. In fact, collectors have been known to pay shocking sums for this piece of American history, knowing that it's more than a coin, it's a legacy. For some, it's not just about the monetary value, but the story, the history, and the journey the coin has taken to arrive in the present day. This coin represents something bigger than itself. It's a tangible link to America's past. And for collectors, that connection is priceless. The 1838 1-cent coin is part of a long lineage of American pennies, each with its own unique story. Some coins are famous for their designs, some for their scarcity, and others, like this one, for their extraordinary journey through time. And now, let's talk about the number you've been waiting for. How much is an 1838 1-cent coin worth today if it's in top condition? Brace yourself, in today's market, this single penny, this slice of American heritage, can be worth as much as $2 million. Coins like this 1838 1-cent remind us that history is all around us, sometimes hiding in the smallest, most ordinary objects. So, next time you come across a coin, take a closer look. You never know, it might just be a treasure worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating pieces of American coinage, the United States 1-cent coin from the year 1839. This little copper beauty may look humble at first, but don't be fooled. By the end of this video, you'll know why collectors are going crazy over it, and just how much it could be worth. In 1839, America was transforming. The Industrial Revolution was shaping the landscape, and cities were booming with new railways, factories, and steam engines. This was a year of growth and innovation. And amid this wave of change, the U.S. Mint was producing a very special type of coin, the 1-cent piece. This coin wasn't just a piece of currency. It represented a significant era in American history, encapsulating the rugged spirit of a nation on the rise. Minted in pure copper, it carries a story etched into every curve, detail, and engraving. Let's take a closer look at the design that makes the 1839 1-cent coin stand out. This particular year marked a transition for the coin's appearance. The 1839 1-cent coin is known for its matron head design, which was an update to the classic head style used on previous cents. On the obverse, or the front of the coin, Lady Liberty gazes forward with a stoic expression, wearing a cap adorned with the word Liberty across the front. The date, 1839, sits proudly below her, and a circle of 13 stars surrounds her, symbolizing the original 13 colonies of the United States. On the reverse, we see the words 1 cent in large letters within a decorative wreath. Surrounding the wreath are the words United States of America. The details are intricate, almost artistic, and this delicate engraving has held up remarkably well over the years. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The 1839 1-cent coin wasn't just any ordinary penny. There are actually several variations of this coin, each with unique characteristics. Small design differences were made during the production process, which created a few highly sought-after varieties. For example, one popular variation is known as the booby head. This variety shows slight differences in Lady Liberty's appearance, and these small distinctions make it exceptionally rare, and therefore more valuable to collectors. There's also the silk ribbon variety, which shows subtle changes to the ribbon in Liberty's hair. Collectors are passionate about these unique versions, and for those who have one in mint or near mint condition, well, let's just say they've hit the jackpot. Condition plays a massive role in determining the value of the 1839 1-cent coin. Just like any collectible, the better preserved, the more valuable it is. Coin grading, which ranks the quality from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70, becomes essential for serious collectors. If you have an 1839 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, with minimal scratches and full details visible, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Even moderately worn coins can still fetch impressive sums, but the highest grades are where the real money is. Demand for these coins has been climbing over the years, especially as coin collecting has become a more popular hobby. Auctions for rare coins, especially for those in excellent condition, can lead to bidding wars among collectors eager to add an 1839 1-cent to their collections. Every now and then, one of these coins comes up for sale in exceptional condition and stirs up excitement in the collector community. With each passing year, fewer of these coins remain in pristine shape, making the 1839 penny a treasure that grows more valuable over time. So, how much is this rare coin actually worth today? Well, if you're lucky enough to find an 1839 1-cent penny in top condition, perhaps a booby head or silk ribbon variety with no signs of wear, you could be holding a piece of American history worth $3 million. That's right, $3 million. For a penny that's nearly 2 centuries old, the 1839 United States 1-cent coin is a piece of history that's truly worth its weight in gold, and then some. Don't forget to check your old coin collections, and who knows? You might just strike it rich. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed learning about the 1839 1-cent coin, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos on rare finds and collectibles that could be worth a fortune. Happy collecting! And there you have it. This script should keep viewers hooked, sharing valuable insights into the coin's history and value while keeping the reveal of its high worth until the very end. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to adjust or add. Today's video, we're diving into the story, the mystery, and the incredible value behind one of America's most fascinating and valuable coins, the 1842 United States 1-cent coin. And let me tell you, this isn't just any ordinary penny. By the end of this video, you'll find out just how high this coin's worth can skyrocket. Spoiler alert, it could even be worth, well, let's just say it'll make you see pennies in a whole new light. To really understand why this 1842 penny holds such remarkable value, let's rewind to the time it was minted. 1842 was a pivotal year in American history. It was a time of expansion, where the country was growing and facing new challenges. The nation's currency system was still evolving, and every coin carried a bit of America's spirit with it. This 1-cent coin represents not only the financial currency but also a piece of history from a time when the United States was forging its identity. The U.S. Mint, responsible for producing these coins, was a place of pride and national importance. Every coin had to be carefully crafted, and each one was a symbol of national growth. That dedication to craftsmanship and artistry in minting these coins has translated into value over time, and in the case of the 1842 1-cent coin, it has translated into something priceless. This is where things start to get fascinating. If you take a closer look, you'll notice the remarkable design of the 1842 1-cent coin. It's much larger than the pennies we know today, made of pure copper, giving it a distinct reddish-brown hue that adds to its allure. The front, or obverse, of the coin features Lady Liberty in profile. She's shown wearing a coronet with the word Liberty inscribed on it, embodying the ideals of freedom and unity that were at the heart of America at the time. But it's not just the face of Lady Liberty that makes this coin special. On the back, or reversed side, you'll see the classic wreath design encircling the denomination 1 cent and the words United States of America. Each tiny leaf and intricate detail in the wreath symbolizes growth and prosperity, and the design was crafted to remind every citizen of their shared identity. Now, you might be asking, what's the big deal? It's an old penny. Well, here's where rarity comes into play. You see, only a limited number of 1,842 1-cent coins were minted, and over the years, most have been lost to history. Wars, changes in the economy, and simple wear and tear over nearly 2 centuries have reduced the number of these coins left in circulation. Today, finding one in any condition is like discovering a piece of American history. But finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition? That's like striking gold. For collectors, it's not just about finding one of these coins. It's about finding one that has survived the passage of time, with minimal wear and tear, maybe even some with that rare, glossy surface we call mint luster. Coins like these are coveted for their beauty and history, and only a handful are known to exist in top-tier conditions. There's a reason collectors and numismatists, that's a fancy word for coin experts, go crazy over the 1842 1-cent coin. It's not just a piece of metal, it's a slice of history, a treasure trove of stories, and a rare artifact. Collectors see it as a prized possession, something that connects them to the past. And it's these collectors who help drive up the value of such rare finds. At auctions and coin shows, the thrill of the chase for an 1842 penny in perfect condition can be intense. People come prepared to spend fortunes, with some collectors even bidding against each other to add this rare coin to their private collections. And the best part? As demand grows and these coins become scarcer, their value keeps rising. That's right, as more and more collectors seek to own a piece of this heritage, the worth of these coins skyrockets. Alright, so let's talk about what makes one 1842 penny worth a bit and another worth a small fortune. It all comes down to condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, MS, with mint state meaning a coin that looks as good as it did the day it was struck. Coins graded as MS 65 or higher, meaning they have virtually no blemishes or scratches, are the holy grail for collectors. For the 1842 penny, an MS 65 or higher is extraordinarily rare, and it's one of the reasons the value can reach such astounding heights. But even if you have a lower grade version, don't fret. This coin still holds value in nearly any condition due to its age and historical significance. It's like holding a piece of the 1800s in your hand. Here's where things start getting really interesting. Because of its rarity and the fierce competition among collectors, the 1842 1-cent coin has made waves in the auction world. Coins in lower grades can sell for hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. But when you get into the higher grade coins, the ones with minimal wear, beautiful color, and sharp details, the price can become, well, jaw-dropping. That in recent years, we've seen certain specimens of the 1842 penny go up for sale at auction houses with prices that reach astronomical levels. Collectors know they're not just buying a coin, they're buying a one-of-a-kind artifact. So, what is the highest price collectors have been willing to pay for an 1842 1-cent coin in prime condition? Well, we're talking about a figure that could make even a wealthy collector's eyes widen. An amount that could buy you a house, maybe even several. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, one that survived 182 years, and knowing it could be worth a life-changing amount. And today, the most pristine, high-grade examples of the 1842 United States 1-cent coin have been known to sell for as much as $4 million. $4 million for a single penny. And that, my friends, is why the world of coin collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a treasure hunt for pieces of history. So, if you ever come across one of these rare 1842 pennies, who knows? You might just be holding a $4 million masterpiece. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through time, value, and history. If you enjoyed learning about the 1842 1-cent coin, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next coin adventure. And who knows? Maybe next time, we'll find another hidden gem that could be worth millions. Until then, happy collecting. This script covers historical context, design details, the importance of condition, and the high-stakes world of collectors, all leading to the suspenseful reveal of the coin's potential worth.